All right, more than 55 million people are living with dementia worldwide, with more than 10 million new cases diagnosed each year. And as we get into the holidays, and maybe we're going to spend some time with families, we want to take those numbers and really personalize those. And no one can do it better than the doctor this morning. The doctor's in. We're talking with Dr. Asha FOX, who practices family medicine at Corewell Health, Beaumont Grosse Pointe. We're getting used to the new name, doctor. But we appreciate you being here to share your professional wisdom and your personal experience. So let's start with that. Your mom is dealing with this exact thing.
Yeah, it was really hard. Being a doctor, seeing your parent go through a disease where there is no cure, there's not really great effective treatments. I mean, it was very difficult for me to deal with. But I think the thing is there are 6 million people who have Alzheimer's in the United States. And there's over 11 million people that are caregivers, that are unpaid caregivers. So this disease not only affects the individual, but it affects families and friends and people at a very, very deep level.
And by the way, we're going to put some pictures up of your beautiful mama. And she was diagnosed with early onset dementia. What does that mean, doctor?
Yeah, so she was diagnosed with posterior cortical atrophy. It's a type of dementia that affects vision. And so with that, she started having symptoms at the age of 58, where she was getting lost while driving, she was forgetful, she was having a lot of anxiety, and she's not an anxious person. So some of these behavior changes, we didn't really think it was anything. We thought maybe she was just stressed out because she was so young. But then it turned out that it was this dysfunction happening in her brain. She went to 5 or 6 different eye doctors because she couldn't see, and it turned out it was neurological and not really anything to do with her eyes.
So you, as a doctor, we can understand your frustration and heartache at not being able to do anything, but that's really the story with dementia and Alzheimer's at this point, right?
Yeah.
What can be done?
So I think the problem is that you can easily go through a really hard depression and go down this rabbit hole of despair. And I think that one thing that's helped us a lot, me and my father and my family, is that we are like, she's still with us. We can spend time with her. What can we do that she always wanted to do? And so my mom always wanted to volunteer. She loved dancing. She loved traveling. These are the things she wanted to do when she retired. And she kept waiting until retirement, which most of us do. We wait to live our lives. And so I think the things that you can do is, one, live your life now. Live it to the fullest. Do everything that you can while you can. And then for those who have dementia, what can you do to live in their honor? What can you do to help them? And then also just spending time, enjoying the moments that are happy, enjoying the moments that are funny and silly, like not making it so serious.
And knowing that you're not going to cure them, you have to sort of take whatever they have left from their quality of life and celebrate that, right?
Yeah, so Dina, I'll tell you, we were at the neurologist's office, and so I was focusing on curing. I'm a doctor, I want to cure. I don't want my mom to have this disease, and most people are in that denial phase of like, we need to cure this disease, and hopefully one day we will. And so when we were at the doctor's office, the neurologist asked her how she was doing, and this was when she was a little bit earlier, and she said, I'm doing fine. As long as I have my family with me, they're my eyes, they're my memory, I'm doing good. And that was my aha moment that, you know what, she is so brave with this devastating disease that she can think so optimistically. I can also think optimistically. So that's when I changed from that curing mode to caring mode and started really focusing more on what can we do to care better.
And we showed some great pictures, but you, in her honor, volunteering all the time, and of course doing what you can in the medical community to get this keep this discussion going.
Yeah, and I think the thing is too, caregivers are the ones that suffer a lot as well. So when we don't know a lot about dementia, we don't know what to do about it. And so what I'd like people to know is that we can do things such as supporting caregivers, visit them, give them a call, give them a break, just staying silent really doesn't help.
They're not alone.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Dr. FOX, thank you so much.
Thank you
for sharing your story. Coming up, we're going to continue this conversation. Our next hour, we are going to talk to a geriatric expert from Corewell Health about when you're together with family, maybe over the holidays, what to look out for, what the early signs might be. In the meantime, we'll take a break.